Okay, guys, so welcome to day number 2 of our social media branding and networking challenge. Today we're going to talk about Facebook networking. So I kind of tried to break up the 5-day challenge into what I feel are my go-to networking social media handles. So Facebook, of course, is where I feel most comfortable. Next would be Pinterest. I've been having very good results with, and obviously probably most of us are obsessed with Pinterest and kind of get sucked into it. So it's a great to kind of be able to enjoy the social media network that you're using. And so that works well for me. So that's going to be tomorrow. We'll talk more about Pinterest. And then the next day we'll go into Thursday, we'll cover Instagram and YouTube as well as blogging. So it'll be kind of like those 3 in 1. And then Friday we'll have a Q&A where you guys can just ask any questions about any networking, any social media thing, and we'll just kind of play it by ear, and I'll answer all of those either in video and show you, directly how I handle that, or, we'll just have, we'll just communicate in the group together. So let's get started here. So Facebook networking, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys my screen here, and you guys should be able to see right now. Let me just make sure. Yep. Okay, so you guys are looking at my Facebook profile right now. As we talked about yesterday, kind of getting it visually attractive is very important. So when people actually come to your page, they're drawn in, they're interested, they kind of get an idea of what you're about and what you're interested in. So you can see here my profile picture will include like fitness, obviously, my kids, I'm a mom, I'm also a wife, and so on. And then down here, my intro, so this is also important, is kind of your little bio. Just make it short, sweet, and to the point, really highlighting your brand. So obviously a mom, a Christian, a dream chaser, a holistic health coach, kind of like a hippie at heart, meaning kind of leaning towards the natural healing and DIY healing methods, that type of deal. So you can see all that's written right here. Kind of is and it gives my followers an idea of what I am about, and if they would be interested in following me or getting in contact with me. Just having a common ground with other people really just helps you bring people in. So getting your page set up is something that you can do right away that will help you keep the traffic that you bring into your page interested, and let them know that, if you add a friend, they can come to your page and say, hey, who is this person? What are they into? And they can just get a glance from your cover photo, your profile photo, and your bio right out of the gate, if they're going to have something in common with you and want to connect with you. So that is first and foremost very important. And again, we talked about that yesterday. So just make sure that you guys know the importance of that and you really take advantage of that, not only on Facebook, but on all your social media sites. So next, I want to just quickly hit on the importance of, or the idea or question about having profile versus a like page. So I get this all the time from my newer coaches and even from seasoned coaches. If it is in fact important to have a profile page and a like page, or should I use my profile page or my like page, or should I use both? Just kind of that confusion there. So I'm going to give you my personal opinion and what I direct my coaches to do. And as far as what you choose to do, that is up to you. And I want to say that this, as in everything else with your business, is totally up to you and what works best for you and what you feel comfortable doing. So for me, I recommend that you do have obviously your profile page and then also a like page. Your like page in the beginning is probably not going to have a ton of traffic on it. Obviously, you're building that page up and adding content to it, adding followers to it, and really promoting that. So it's going to take a while to get traction over there. But I feel like, why waste time not setting it up? So not putting content over there, not sharing your brand. So as you're adding people to your network, you're going to be using your profile page, or this is what I did when I started and what I still do now. So I still use my profile page. I search for friends on here. I add friends to my profile. I really build that up. But I also add content to my like page. And now my like page, of course, is way at a different point than it was when I started. It has grown a lot. But adding content over there, like I said, when people come there, when you promote your page and people stumble upon it and they find you, they're going to look at what you're sharing. And if you're not sharing anything over there, or not sharing your entire brand and maybe only talking about Beachbody, it might turn people away. So really focus on sharing content over there that is all of you, not just pieces of you, but all of you. So focus again on that bio, on that brand of yours that you have created. And then really focus on getting content over there that, you know, connects with that brand of yours. So share it all. Don't just share Beachbody. Don't just share fitness. Share it all. Share everything that you're about over on that page, and share it, you know, share it organically. So just be as real and as raw and as just as much of you as you can over there. And then do the same thing on your profile page as well. So that's kind of like page versus profile page. So I'm going to just quickly, actually, I'm going to stay here. We're going to jump into quality versus quantity. So here, you guys, you've heard this so many times, and I know that we all get kind of ahead of ourselves, I guess, when we look at our daily to-do list and we see, like, make sure you're adding at least 5 people to your network, or you're presenting the business to at least 10 people a week. These numbers and this, you know, these goals that we set for ourselves every week. That is just a goal for you. So what I want you to focus more on is really reaching out and finding people that you connect with, finding people that fit into your brand. So this is when the quality versus quantity comes into play. I want you to really focus on, yes, adding quantity to your network every day. So really focus in on that goal of adding at least 5 people to your network and getting, you know, building 5 relationships, solid relationships a day. Really focus on that, but pay attention to the quality of the people that you're adding. Because if you're just adding anybody off of Facebook land to your network, and you're trying to, you know, have conversations with them and trying to build relationships with them, and we already kind of have that awkwardness at first when you're sending out friend requests or trying to start conversations, it's only going to accelerate that feeling of weirdness that we feel when we're talking to strangers. So by adding people that fit your brand, it's going to take away that ickiness that we feel. It's going to allow you to have something in common with that person and actually be organically interested in what they're sharing and what they have to say and what they have to share with you. So when you're reaching out to them, you'll have something to talk about and something to just let the conversation organically grow. And that's where those strong relationships come from. It's really hard to kind of start a conversation or start a relationship with somebody when you really are two polar opposites and you have nothing in common. So by trying to force that relationship, it just will not turn out. And honestly, even if that goes someplace, and let's just pretend they become a challenger in your group, or they even sign up as a coach on your team, most likely if you have nothing in common with that person, you're not going to click anyway. So really just try to focus on and always have like that ending result in mind. So have the result of this relationship really blooming and really turning into a friendship, and, you know, really adding value to your life and you adding value to their life, and really just focus on that and try to find people that fit into your brand. So that is huge. And I want that to be like your number one takeaway today, to really focus on finding people that fit into your brand. So now I'm going to kind of walk you through how I personally use Facebook to add to my network. And I use it and how I find people that fit into my brand. So really be particular in who I add and who I choose to add to my network. So first thing I do is, so this is just the normal easiest, I think easiest way to kind of go about this. So you could have a list of what your brand is. And so I have a list in front of me all the time. Well, not in front of me right now, but I mean, I have a list, and now it's pretty much plastered in my mind of my brand, of the things I'm interested in, and that could be, just me in general, like what are my core priorities? So being a mom, being a wife, being a friend, being a sister, that type of deal. But then also things I'm interested in, like DIY projects or running or Disney, things like that. So you want to make a list of all of these things that fit into your brand, because it will make it so much easier for you guys to go out there and kind of do this form of networking and really reach out and find people that fit into that brand. So I'm just going to go ahead and search here. I could easily do something like mom of boys or stay-at-home moms or, things like that. But you really want to try to be very creative with what you're searching. So something that is, and your brand's going to change. That's another thing. Your brand's going to change as you progress in this business and just as time progresses on. So right now, me and my husband are thinking of, buying a vacation home somewhere. So I've always, and this is just me throwing this out here, I've always just dreamed of having a vacation home in the Carolinas. So I might search something like vacation homes in North Carolina, or people who live in North Carolina, or, vacation rentals in North Carolina, something like that, and try to figure out groups that would come up of that. Another thing is I could do like DIY home, and so it would just, like, this could come up with lots of things like home health or home, you could add things to this, but then I usually just type like a few words in here, and I come down to this area and I'll look to see, like, DIY for a healthy home. That would be a cool thing. I think I'm a member of that group already. Like home improvement projects, like this would be cool. So if we move, we maybe sell our house and we want to improve stuff. So this is cool. So, and I'm already a member of this group too. So I would scroll down, and I think I comment in a few of these just to kind of show you guys. So like I'll go through a lot of these pages and I'll comment on things so that they know I'm a real person. I'm in this group. I'm a popular face in the group, that type of deal. So I have a few of my favorite groups, this being one of them, and I'll just stay present in the groups every day. And I'll teach you guys a little trick on how I keep track of, like I said, my most popular groups are the groups I enjoy most, and kind of make it easier for me to pop in and out of those groups on a daily basis, just as part of my, my power hour every day. So I'll teach you guys that at the end of the call as a little extra. But so here I would just click on this, and it'll say like, there's 38 people that like this. This is all the people that like it. So this girl looks like, she is a mom of 3. Look at her little cute little boy. So this girl. See, I feel like we would have stuff in common. We're moms, and she has a little boy, and and she's into DIY projects. So that's cool. So just look at her page. So I just look over here in the intro, see where she's from. Then I scroll down her page and kind of just check out the situation. Yeah, she has such a cute little family. Yeah, so I definitely connect with this person. I feel like we have things in common, and I could definitely start conversation with this person organically and have things to share. So I would just click here and message, and I would write something like, hey, I don't really want to type this all out, but hey, Lynn, so I'm just gonna put, sorry, this is so random. But I stumbled upon you on a DIY home site page. And then I would just write, I seen that you are a fellow mom, and I love to, connect and get to know other moms and surround myself with like-minded people. I would love to chat more with you. Your family is so beautiful, something blah, 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 blah. So something like that. So you would just write to this person, and then I'm not going to send that right now. And then I would just add her as a friend, and then your friend, that's one person that you send a friend request to. So you can see how I really do dig into finding people that really click with me, that I feel like I could have a conversation with without feeling that icky feeling, or even feeling that nervous feeling of sending a stranger a message. So, with that being said, the next way I network here is a little bit more defined. So it kind of gives you the option to kind of go through and connect with people that are into a very, smaller, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So a smaller group of people. So up here, I would just type friends of friends, and then you can type anything. So you could put friends of friends that like, I don't even know, Garth Brooks, or friends of friends that are vegan, or that might be a little bit hard because I don't know how many people actually say that, but friends of friends that are friends of friends. What else could you right now? I'm coming up with a blank, but okay. So friends of friends so this is a good one, in the Green Bay area or something like that. Let's see if this works. Let me see if this works. Okay, it did. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in here. So the Green Bay area, there's an area around around me. I live in a very small town, so I wouldn't put my area in here necessarily, but Green Bay is a bigger surrounding city, so I put that in there. So you could put friends in the Ohio area, friends in the California area, you know, just whatever. So then this comes up, and this is going to pull up. So at first, under this top area, you're going to get just some people, and I'm not quite sure how this is picked, but there's some people that they feel are the top choices. I always come over here and click on people on the top, and then it's going to bring up all the people who are in that area that are friends with somebody else in that area. And then you can just go through and kind of look at and see, you know, who it is, and you can also see who they're friends with, and kind of just browse through here. And again, you would just do the same thing as I did in that other group. So I'm just picking someone here. I'm not going to really send this out. And again, you can click on their name and go check out their profile page to learn more about them. And same thing we did just before when we were searching the other way. Oops, I just sent her a friend request on accident. So you can click over here and you can send message. And so you would just say, hi, Laura. Again, I would just say something like, this is probably going to be so random. I seen that you live in the Green Bay area. I'm actually from Niagara, Wisconsin, which is close to you. I'm just looking for other, in this case, I'm not sure if she's a mom. I didn't look at her page, but maybe other moms in the surrounding area to connect with. I just like to surround myself with other like-minded people, and, you know, just share and learn from other moms, something like that. I would love to connect with, I would love to chat with you more. Hopefully we can chat soon. Something just so plain simple, keep it short, keep it sweet, and just be real. And it works out really good because again, you're really creating this smaller group of people, and you're really taking that that ickiness out of your conversation. So just adding random people who you have no clue who they are and nothing about them, you're taking that out, and you're really focusing on things that are interest to you as well as interest to them. So then you can have a common ground, and it kind of takes away that nervousness or that fear that we often build up of, how am I going to talk to this person? What am I going to say to this person? You don't have to have that fear because you know what you can talk about. You have something in common with them. So those are the two ways I personally network on Facebook. I also use my like page, so I will head over there right now and kind of just walk you through how I do that. Again, my like page has grown a lot. You can see I have 24,000 followers or something like that. So it is a lot bigger now than it was when I started. And again, a lot of that has to do with just being consistent, adding content to the page, and really focusing on adding quality people to my network and inviting quality people and boosting posts and things like that. So if I wanted to boost this post, just as a side note, this is a way I do network in a way. So I would click here and I would boost this post, and you can choose. I actually have created some audiences here. So, there's potential coaches. That would just be the potential coach tab is actually people who I have built. I have chosen topics that I have chosen that fit into my brand. So my brand topics are in here. So that's where I would do. So I only boost my posts to people who I actually want to see it. So people who are fitting in my brand, who I would love to have on my team, that type of person. Fitness audience might be something if I'm doing a challenge group, something like that. So again, this is easy way to kind of get more traffic to your post and get more traffic to your page. I will show you. So then you would just go down here and choose your audience and stuff like that. And then you can choose your budget, and you can do, anything. You can type in a number 2 if you want to do $5 or whatever it is. And then you just boost it, and you have to wait until Facebook approves it. And when they do, then you can, it'll just be automatically boosted, and it will run out when your budget runs out or when your time runs out, whatever comes first there. So again, so you can easily click on certain things and reach out to people on your like page. So that is one way of getting more traffic over here and kind of talking to more people. I personally go up here to settings. So again, that's just right up here in the top right corner under settings. And then I go people and other pages over here in the left. And then it's going to pull up everybody that has liked my page, and it actually gives you when they liked it. So a minute ago, 2 hours ago, 5 hours ago. So you can kind of every day I come in here and I can see where I have left off and where I can go back up and start connecting with more of these people. So, there's Jenna Wessel. She looks, oh my gosh, look at her profile picture. Little girls are so cute. And so she's a stay-at-home mom, which is also what I am. So that's a definite green light for me. She has little girls and I have little boys, but we're moms, and so that's cool. You can also just scroll down and kind of see what else she talks about and what else she shares, and things like that. She has a husband that looks like her boyfriend, and so cool. Where is she from? She's from Indiana. It's cool. So this person I would feel I connected with well. So again, I would just send the message and just tell her, actually in this case, since it was from my like page and she was a like on my like page, I'd actually message her and just tell her and thank her for supporting my page. So I would just say, hi Jenna, thank you so much for your I just wanted to drop a little note to let you know I'm so thankful for your support over on my like page. I love connecting with my followers and getting to know them better. I see that you are also a fellow stay-at-home mom. Your profile pic is so adorable. Your girls look so sweet. I actually have 2 little boys, ages 4 and 6. How old are your girls? And then I'd maybe say, so are you working towards any big fitness goals right now? I would love to hear about them and have a chance to chat more with you. Something like that. And then I'd send it off and I'd add her as a friend. So I'll come back to Jenna a little bit later because I don't want to take too long here. So again, that's kind of like page and my Facebook that's kind of how I network on my like page, as well as how I just network on Facebook in general. The other thing I wanted to hit on is so the thing I promised you at the end. So kind of just how I manage this all and how I remember this all and how I can make sure that I'm going and connecting in these groups that I'm adding myself to and things like that. So I utilize the app on your Facebook, on everyone's Facebook. So it's over on the left-hand side. If you scroll down, you see this interest tab here. So you click on that and you can add interests. Okay. So I have a group called New Coaches. I add all of my new coaches from, and this is just an example. So right now, all my new coaches from April and May are in this group. And this way it just helps me kind of go to their pages. So if you click on here, I don't want to put anyone, I'm not going to scroll down or anything, but if you click on here, you'll see a lot of the people are in the group right now anyways watching this. So if you click on here, you can go through and you can kind of just check on how your new coaches are doing on their social media, kind of what they're posting, give them feedback. You can also just support them and let them know that you're there and you're there to support them and you love what they're doing, and you can just be there and make sure you don't miss anything. Because as a new coach, it's very important to feel like you're doing good and you're doing the right things, because it's overwhelming a little bit. So this way it just helps me keep all of my new coaches kind of in one place and lets me not get so distracted scrolling through my news feed in effort to spot my new coaches and like their stuff and support them. This way I can just quickly go through here every morning and every morning and every night maybe, and just go through and like their material and like their stuff and see how they're doing. So that's one thing I do, is the new coach one. May challengers. So here, you guys, is anybody who I add to my network, anyone who accepts my friend request, right away I call them my challenger. So I don't even give them an option of, are they a challenger, are they a coach, are they just a friend, do they need some time, do I need to build relationships with them? Right away when somebody accepts my friend request, I'm already saying they're a yes. So they're going in this May Challenger group. And when I'm in here, I do the same thing I just shared with you with my new coaches. I come in here every morning, I go through those people and I like their posts, I comment on their posts, I let them know I'm a real person, I'm interested in them, I ask questions, and it just helps build that relationships better. And even if you sent them a message and they didn't respond to you, not everybody works a business on social media. So they're not checking their messages every day or every 5 minutes. So this way it helps you kind of comment on the things that they are sharing on Facebook and helps them say, oh yeah, I forgot to message Jackie back. It also gives them a little reminder that you're there. Okay. So I do that there. These are pages and public figure. So this is where I would add, I think it's this one, maybe it's this one. Anyways, you can make a group and you can add all of your favorite pages and groups and things that you want to follow in. So I actually have one right here. I think coaches and pages is pages of people who inspire me, help give me ideas of things to post on social media, just like pages that I like the way they ran. I like the way they look. They have good ideas for me on them. I'll put them in here and it will help me, inspire me. So when I'm like, oh, what do I post today? Or what should I talk about today? I can go there and get some inspiration. The next page, the next one is really where I will add my groups that I become part of. So groups that I feel like I would get a lot of good networking done in, and also just groups that interest me. So like that I really do want to comment in and check things out in and learn more from, things like that. So I'll put them in there. But then I can go through these things under this interest list, and I can really have, you know, hardcore focused time in connecting with all of these people in these groups. So it's not like I have to browse through my newsfeed or remember to check in with this group A, B, and C, and D, and remember what groups I was in yesterday and what group I was in the day before. This will take all of that away for you, all that craziness away, and just manage it better and help you guys stay focused and have focused time and, you know, really dedicated time during your power hour to get what you need done. And this is going to help you do that. So again, just right here on your left-hand column, so simple. You just go over here under lists or under interests and click on interests, and you'll get brought right to here, and you can add your list right here and add people to them, groups and people to them right there. So that is basically Facebook in a nutshell when it comes to networking for me. I hope that these things helped you guys kind of get an idea of what you guys can do to help you guys kind of network better on Facebook and build some really solid relationships, make some great friendships, find those perfect challengers, and then, you know, hopefully grow them into your rock star team. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to either, you know, comment in the group, message me, text me, email me, whatever works for you, and we will definitely get you guys situated and rolling with this. Hope this helped, guys. Have a great day.